Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're tackling a critical topic that every mariner, from seasoned captains to deckhands, must know by heart: the immediate actions to take during a man overboard emergency. When someone falls into the water, we're not just fighting the waves, we're racing against the clock. This is what we call the golden minute. In those first few moments, the risk of cold shock, drowning, or succumbing to injuries is at its absolute highest. The person's chance of survival drops dramatically with every second that passes. That's why a swift, coordinated, and decisive response is non-negotiable. What you do in that first minute can literally be the difference between life and death. So, let's break down the essential, immediate action principles that you need to have drilled into your muscle memory. These aren't just procedures, they are lifelines. The very first thing, the absolute instant you see someone go over the side, is to raise the alarm. Don't hesitate, don't second guess. You need to shout, loud and clear, "Man overboard," followed by the side of the vessel, starboard side, or port side, and you don't just shout it once. You keep shouting it. Man overboard, starboard side. Man overboard, starboard side. Your voice is the first link in the chain of survival. It alerts everyone on deck and on the bridge to the emergency. It shatters the routine of the day and focuses the entire crew on the immediate crisis. This initial alert ensures that the bridge team is aware and can begin their own critical procedures without delay. Every person on board becomes a potential rescuer, and it all starts with your voice. Make it count. Simultaneously, as the alarm is being raised verbally, the official man overboard signal must be sounded. This is a universal maritime signal recognized by all vessels. It consists of 3 prolonged blasts on the ship's whistle. That's 3 long, sustained sounds that will carry across the water and alert any nearby ships to the situation. In addition to the whistle, the ship's general alarm should be activated. This internal alarm system ensures that every single crew member, whether they are in the engine room, their cabin, or the galley, is immediately aware of the emergency. This combination of the external whistle and the internal general alarm mobilizes the entire ship's response team. The bridge will initiate these signals, turning a localized shout into a full-scale, ship-wide emergency response. The next critical step happens on the bridge, and it's all about marking the spot. The ocean is vast, and a person in the water can become an impossibly small target in seconds. As soon as the alarm is heard, the officer of the watch must immediately press the MOB, or Man Overboard, button on the ship's navigation systems. This includes the ECDIS, the GPS, and the radar. Pressing this button instantly drops a digital marker at the precise location where the incident occurred. This is your digital breadcrumb, your starting point for the search and rescue pattern. But technology is only one part of the equation. We also use physical markers. From the bridge wing or the nearest available position, a life buoy with a self-igniting light and a self-activating smoke signal should be thrown into the water as close to the person as possible. This serves 2 purposes. It provides immediate flotation for the casualty and creates a highly visible reference point with its bright light and dense orange smoke, helping guide the ship back to the correct location. With the position marked both digitally and physically, the next priority is to never, ever lose sight of the person in the water. This is a dedicated and crucial role. A crew member must be assigned as the pointer. This person's only job is to maintain visual contact with the casualty and continuously point at them. They become a human compass for the bridge team. They will shout out updates on the person's position relative to the ship. For example, casualty is off the starboard quarter, about 200 meters away. They must not be distracted by anything else. They don't help with launching boats or throwing lines. Their eyes are the most reliable tracking system we have, especially in rough seas or poor visibility where the person can disappear behind waves. The pointer is the vital human link between the ship and the person overboard, ensuring we are always maneuvering towards them. Now we come to the ship's movement itself. You can't just slam on the brakes. A large vessel has immense momentum. The bridge team must immediately execute the appropriate man overboard maneuver. The choice of maneuver depends on several factors, like the ship's speed, the sea conditions, and how quickly the person was spotted. One common method is the Williamson turn. This is a classic maneuver that brings the ship back along its original track, making it ideal if the casualty's position is in doubt or if it happened at night. It's a bit slower, but very reliable. Then there's the Anderson turn, or single turn, which is the fastest method. It's a full circle that brings you back to the scene quickly, perfect for when the person is still in sight and the ship is highly maneuverable. Another one is the Charnot turn, which is used when more time has passed since the person went overboard. It's more economical in terms of distance, but takes longer than the Anderson turn. In some cases, like with a ship at very slow speeds or stopped, the best action might be an immediate stop and then using a stern propulsion to back the ship towards the person. The key is that the bridge team must assess the situation instantly and execute the chosen turn flawlessly. While the ship is turning and the pointer is keeping watch, the deck crew must prepare for the recovery. This means deploying the rescue equipment. The primary tool for this is the rescue boat, often a fast rib or similar craft. The designated rescue boat crew will get into their protective gear and prepare to launch the boat as soon as the ship has slowed down sufficiently and provides a calm lee side sheltering the boat from the wind and waves. Simultaneously, other crew members will be preparing additional equipment on deck. This includes more life buoys, lifelines, rescue slings, and recovery nets or cradles. Every piece of equipment that can aid in getting a line to the person or lifting them from the water needs to be ready to go. The rescue boat crew is the forward team tasked with reaching the casualty, assessing their condition, and securing them for recovery. The team on the ship provides the heavy lifting and support to bring them back aboard safely. The final, and perhaps most delicate, stage is the recovery and immediate medical care. Getting the person out of the water and back onto the ship is fraught with challenges. They may be unconscious, injured, or severely hypothermic and unable to help themselves. The crew must use the prepared equipment, whether it's a rescue net, a Jason's cradle, or lifting them into the rescue boat first to bring them aboard as gently and safely as possible. You never want to cause further injury during the recovery. Once they are on deck, the ship's medical team or designated first aiders take over immediately. The first assessment is for breathing and circulation. If necessary, CPR must be started without a second's delay. The other major threat is hypothermia. Even in relatively warm water, the body loses heat incredibly fast. The person's wet clothes must be removed carefully, and they need to be warmed up using blankets and other approved methods. They need to be handled gently, as a cold heart is very sensitive. This immediate first aid is just as critical as the rescue itself. It stabilizes the casualty and gives them the best possible chance of a full recovery while awaiting further medical assistance. So, let's recap these life-saving steps. It all starts with shouting "man overboard" and sounding the ship's alarms. Immediately mark the position with the mob button and a smoke and light life buoy. Assign a dedicated pointer to maintain constant visual contact. Execute the correct helm maneuver like the Williamson or Anderson turn. Deploy the rescue boat and prepare all recovery equipment on deck. Finally, recover the casualty safely and administer immediate and appropriate first aid for conditions like hypothermia or cardiac arrest. Every single one of these steps is a critical link in the chain of survival. Practice, drills, and knowing your role instinctively are what turn these principles into effective, life-saving actions. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, drill often, and make sure everyone on your crew knows exactly what to do. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more maritime safety content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update.